பேரவையின் சார்பாக நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம் இந்த கலந்துரையாடலுக்கு சமம் அளித்ததற்காக. We have a great function today. One, where we recognize one of our persons, Father Miller, as from the National Peace Council. We are awarding him the 50 cents Peace Prize for 2015. And that event will take place at 3 o'clock at the St. Michael's basketball. Citizen Sanathil Parisaga, Samadana Parisu, Asia Samadana Peravia into
and impartially as a civil society leader should, on behalf of the human rights of all people, irrespective of their community. Now, I will ask
Benjamin அவர்களுக்கு சமாதான விருது வழங்கப்பட இருக்கிறது. யுத்த காலத்தில் எவ்வித பயமும் இல்லாமல் தனது சேவையை ஆற்றியோடு அவர் சாதாரண சிவில் சமூகத்தில் இருந்து கொண்டு அவரது அளப்பரிய சேவையை ஆற்றியுள்ளார்.
Is that he challenged the power of the gun. He had no gun, he was unarmed, but he stood firm in the face of the gun. That was the first one. The second thing is he brought together diverse elements in society. Everyone could come under his leadership. He brought everyone together in the Batticaloa Peace Committee. And thirdly, he was a member of the international community, although we consider him to be an honorary Sri Lankan citizen. He was a member of the international community, and he showed that universal values go beyond a particular nation. Big conflict. We are not finding a solution to the problem that we are having with the UN human rights system. We are not finding any solution. And the thing, the period before an election is a period where the parties will always mobilize nationalism. So and that's what's happening. They mobilize nationalism, and our nationalisms are different, separate. So there's conflict. And so the sooner this election happens, I personally think it's better, because then there will be a change. There will be a change. Either the government wins and the government gets a new opportunity to do the right, to solve the problems without appealing to nationalism, or a new government comes which can start over with a fresh slate, on a fresh page. I see the role for us in civil society as being to promote engagement. We have to engage with all parties. It is when there is no engagement, when people are separate, that there is mistrust. There is a lot of mistrust in our society. That the government has brought NGOs under the Defence Ministry. Now you know the NGOs which are doing social service, which are doing education work, we are all under the Defence Ministry. We have to report the Defence Ministry. And there is a lot of surveillance of NGO work. When NGOs do work, usually there are people who come and take notes and question us. I'm happy that today it's very comfortable here, so maybe it's not all the time that there is surveillance, but on many occasions there is surveillance because of mistrust. It is also because of mistrust that there is a lot of military presence, and the military is strong in the north and east because the government is afraid that what happened in the past can happen again. So they are using the military to ensure that the past will not happen again. But in a democracy, that is not the way that we should be. We overcome this mistrust through engagement. And what NPC, we are an NGO, we are a relatively small organization. What we try to do is, we have inter-religious district committees. We have them in 8 districts, and we are very grateful to the United States, to the ambassador here. The US is supporting us in our inter-religious work, which is just to bring people together, to create trust. It is not to harm anyone that we do this work. So we do work with inter-religious groups. We are also doing a project with women, trying to bring in women's notions of what should be done to take our country from a post-war situation after the war to a post-conflict situation where there is no more at least where conflict is addressed. So we are trying to get the women's view. Again, it's not a project to harm anyone. It is to get the best ideas in our society out. At the national level, we do advocacy. We advocate for truth. We want truth. We want justice. But we want it for reconciliation, not for punishment. Although we realize that punishment also has an important role in any civilized society, because punishment is about deterrence. But our goal, our real goal, our highest goal is reconciliation, where everyone in this country can live together peacefully. And at the international level, we want the friendship of the international community. We are part of the international community. We must work together with all the international community. And there is much to learn from the international community. There are a lot of good examples that other countries have, which we can learn from. So we want to learn from them, and we want their support. We want their economic support, especially to uplift the poor people in our country. And therefore we are very grateful that today we have representatives of the international community here with us, who are listening to us, and we hope to hear from them in the course of this seminar.